You Call of Duty veterans need to stop crying like babies. Why should you be able to run silently and reload cancel? You're mad because Call of Duty is finally turning into a realistic shooter.
Call of Duty is finally turning into a realistic shooter.
Now look, as a pretty petty and pedantic person, I have to go to extra lengths so as I don't seem to be petty and pedantic. That's why I've decided to make a whole video in response to one little comment that annoyed me. And what's fairer than combating one annoying 4-line comment with a 7 or 8 minute long video. But anyway, here we go. 3 reasons why Modern Warfare 2 isn't realistic. Number 1. Dead silence. Have you ever been walking around your house and you notice that your partner is unawares to your presence, so you decide to pull out your little remote control and put on some little clouds on your feet so you can make them jump? No? Well, that's because no one fucking has, because a little device that makes your feet softer than the owner of a juice bar in Covent Garden doesn't exist. It's not even like you could make the argument that the technology is close. It's not that I mind it being in the game, but if you can make that little imaginary leap, I'm sure you can let it slide if a red dot appears on the minimap when people fucking shoot. Number 2. Weapon platforms. Did you know that if, for example, you own a Heckler & Koch MP5 with just a screwdriver and a little bit of elbow grease, you can swap the receiver out and start shooting 7.62 by 51 NATO rounds out of it? Don't worry about changing the barrel, there isn't much difference in the size of that round and the 9mm you've been using already. Except of course there fucking is, and even if you got those parts to fit, when you actually came to pulling the trigger, you'd leave your forward hand looking like Jeffrey Dahmer's midnight snack. Number 3. Respawns. Do you remember the Battle of the Somme where 6 of the Allied forces faced off against 6 of the Germans and all died and respawned 25,000 times? No? Well, that's probably because 300,000 people actually died in that awful battle over 20 miles of land. Real war is hell. Real war is gruesome, and as a result, so is your sick obsession with so-called realism. If you get 360 no-scoped in real life, not even waiting until the next round will bring you back, buddy. Now look, I could go on, I think you get my point. Call of Duty, at its core, is not a realistic game. I know that some games out there are so-called realistic, and even they make some exceptions to realism because of a little thing that I like to call fun. Video games should be fun, and Call of Duty is no exception to that rule. Call of Duty has always been a very casual experience, and I'm getting sick to the back teeth of people in the comments section of my videos and many other creators, as well as on Twitter and Reddit and everywhere I bloody look, whenever anyone makes a criticism of this game, whenever anyone makes a criticism about Modern Warfare 2 becoming too slow and slowing down its pace to cater to newer players and a casual audience, it is always met with the same boring, tired rhetoric. Oh yeah, but Call of Duty is just becoming more realistic. No, it fucking isn't. There's nothing realistic about a 6v6 arcade shooter, and you trying to make the point that this game is better because it's becoming more realistic is sort of a moot point, because the whole point of this whole genre is that realism is put out the window and you make exceptions to realism at the expense of fun. Fun is at the core experience of what Call of Duty and games like this are. Look, this video is obviously a little bit of fun. I'm obviously not that angry about that comment. I just wanted to get my point across that this game isn't meant to be realistic, it's meant to be fun, and there are so many things in this game that are super unrealistic that slowing down the game to make a more tactical pace like we're seeing really doesn't make much sense in a Call of Duty game. But anyway, that's it for this little video. I just wanted to have a bit of fun with it. For those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see you stick around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Would you rather lose an eye or an ear? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.